That is as awful of a performance as you're going to see. Steve Bruce, your luck has just run out, son. That was disgusting tonight. 5-2 against Leeds. This is the Toon Review. Hi there everybody, I'm Paul. Welcome to the Toon Review on what has been an absolutely disgusting night for Newcastle United. Quite frankly, we were shit from start to finish. We didn't even deserve 2 goals. I didn't get the lineup. I just didn't. You know, we play Murphy at right back. He's not a right back. Yes, he can play wing back, but not in a back 4. If he's got Kraft on the bench, then use him. Play him as a right back. Play Murphy as a right winger instead of Hendrick. Jeff Hendrick! Come on! Why? There's no why or wherefore that Jeff Hendrick gets in the team as a right midfielder when we've got Jacob Murphy, who has done nothing wrong in that position all season when he's played. Yet he sticks bloody Hendrick there. And you could see from the off what was going on. Yes, we had a good opening 5 minutes where we pressed Leeds. But we all know what's going to happen in the match. We all see it time again. We start well in the first 5 minutes. We go to shit. And then we say to the opposition, there you go, have the ball, you come on to us. You know, it's just bizarre. We took the lead through Jeff Hendrick, who just happened to be in the right place to tap it in. Let's not get over-enthusiastic the fact that Jeff Hendrick scored a goal, because he did shite all the rest of the match. And then we hold on to the lead for 9 sodden minutes because we give Leeds the ball back and say, come on onto us. That first half, we lumped the ball to Wilson whenever we had it. We get the ball in the back 4. We punt the ball up to Callum, and he's just totally lost up there on his own. He's got no support. Joe Linton was terrible tonight. Honestly, that first touch of his, it's like he couldn't trap a bag of sand, man. Terrible. And don't get me started on Sean Longstaff tonight, because he is the laziest arsehole I know. I'm sorry, but he's just terrible. He parades around that pitch. 3 goals were his fault tonight by losing the ball. 3. I mean, I don't get it. And yes, we can all have a go at Steve Bruce because we do not know what the hell that man is doing. I don't think even he knows anymore. He just puts 11 players out on the field and just says, right, kick it towards their goal and see what happens. There's no tactics. And I'm sick of these commentators. The commentators all saying, oh, you know, Steve Bruce's tactics are working a treat. That was a comment from Nigel Spackman halfway through the first half. Absolute tosh. This is just proof that these guys do not watch Newcastle week in, week out. They do not see the utter shite football that we play week in, week out. And he's been found out at last tonight. You know, Bielsa plays this football like Keegan used to, where he's of the opinion if we score goals, you have to score more than us. And it's, you know, they scored some belting goals tonight, Leeds United. Absolute crackers. But our defending, Jesus Christ, where do you start? You know, finally, in a way, you've got to look at it and think, right, finally Steve Bruce has been found out. This is what has been coming for weeks and weeks. Let's not kid ourselves here. This hammering has been coming for a long time because we've been getting away with it week in, week out. Playing this absolute dinosaur football that Steve Bruce is providing us with. Telling players to just sit back and defend, and then we get the ball and we punt the ball long to Wilson. I feel so sorry for him. That kid works his arse off up there, holding the ball up, and then he looks about and there's no fucker there. It's dreadful to watch. It's absolutely shocking. But we as fans have got to put up with this week in, week out. The pundits are all Steve Bruce is God. Well, if he's God, send him to Arsenal or somewhere like that. Because if that job comes available, I bet he's not even in the reckoning. So if he's this Bruce Almighty God that these pundits say, send him to Arsenal. See what he does to them. Because it's absolutely bullshit what we have to watch at the minute. We didn't deserve 2 goals tonight. You know, we hardly threatened them. So I'm sorry. And let's just not forget, if Carl Darlow hadn't made them saves in the first half, it could have been 7 or 8. Don't forget that, because just because we went in 1-1 at half time, people forget about the saves that Darlow made. Let's not. Because it could have been a lot more for Leeds tonight. But aside from Bruce, I think we need to start looking at some of the players as well. Because some of their attitudes is absolutely stinking. And I'm talking mainly about Sean Longstaff tonight, because he has been getting away with it time and time and time again. Yes, we know he's gone backwards since Rafa was there. But, Jesus Christ, if he wants to move to a bigger club, he's going the wrong way about it. Because Man United will be looking at it and think, God, we were going to pay millions for that kid. And look at the state of him now. You know, and how's Miggy going to feel? He plays really well on Saturday, and then he gets left out on the bench tonight for Jeff Hendrick. If you're a talented player, which Miggy is, and you get left out for somebody like Jeff Hendrick, how are you going to feel? Coming on with like 15 or 20 minutes to go. But it was laughable. That last 20 minutes was laughable. We were just on the back foot the whole game. And once again, we see this 70-30 possession. I mean, God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying when you've got a manager like Bielsa who has a team like Leeds who, let's face it, they don't have world beaters in the team. But look at the way they play. Yes, sometimes they lose. They've been on a bad run. Well, you're guaranteed if you're on a bad run and you come up against Newcastle United, you're going to end that bad run, aren't you? But in that way, I'm sorry. I said in my review video of the match the other day that, you know, maybe if Steve Bruce does go attacking, he could maybe win over some of the fans. No. I must have been high on something when I did that video, because there is no way this man is capable of taking Newcastle United anywhere but backwards. Absolute backwards. Because he's clueless. The man is clueless. He doesn't know who to play where. He doesn't even know where a defender has to play and a midfielder has to play. And it's got to stop, and it's got to stop now. You know, poor Slaven Bilic at West Bromwich Albion getting sacked this morning. I would love him at Newcastle. Absolutely love him at Newcastle compared to someone like Steve Bruce. Because one thing about Bilic, he's a winner. He didn't get backed in the summer by the West Brom board. All the West Brom board fans, have come on the radio tonight, absolutely furious at the decision to bring Allardyce in and let Bilic go. He's been shit on. But I tell you what, we as Newcastle fans are getting shit on more than anybody. Having to put up with this crap week in, week out. And finally, this idiot's stupidity and dinosaur tactics have been found out tonight. And it makes me so happy that he's been found out. Not happy we lost, but happy that he's been found out for what he truly is. He's a fraud of a manager. He's a fraud. He has the worst stats ever in the Premier League as a manager. And it tells on the pitch, the way he plays football with his teams just haven't got a clue. Yes, we played similar under Rafa, but one thing under Rafa was we were organised. There's no organisation in this team. And I'm not making any Bruce Rafa comparisons because that's all bollocks. What I'm saying is we were organised. The players knew where they needed to be. There's no organisation in that team at all. At all. And I'll tell you something else. Fulham are coming up to St James's Park on Saturday. They're playing a lot better than they have been recently. But a lot of teams will be looking at Newcastle now and they'll be working us out. Bit like Sheffield United, they've worked them out. They're going to work us out now because we're going nowhere but down. Slumping down the table. And I was stupid enough to say in my last review that, you know, we can hopefully look after Christmas at a top 10 place. Honestly, my head must be bursting. I must have been offered. Jesus. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, I don't know what else. There's nothing more I can say. I'm not even going to rate the players because it's pointless. We know, Wilson would get a decent score. Darlow would get a decent score. The usual suspects would get decent scores. The usual suspects will get shite. I just don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I don't get the way we're playing anymore. I don't get this manager. And I fear for us under Steve Bruce. I really do. But he's been found out. He's been found out once and for all. And I tell you what, Fulham will have looked at that game today. Scotty Parker will have thought, right, we know how we're going to play against Newcastle at St James's because Newcastle have one way of playing only, and they don't have a clue the rest of the time. So if we can get a goal or two, we can beat Newcastle quite easily at St James's Park. And who would blame him for thinking that after watching that shite tonight? So yes, it's another rant video, but I think I'm damn well have the right to rant tonight because that was absolute terrible. In fact, it was worse than terrible, wasn't it? We all know what it was. I don't see a way forward at the minute. I really don't. But anyone that watches this video, please leave me a comment. If you're a Bruce supporter and you can see what he's trying to do, put it in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. Or just anybody, please leave comments and let's have a chat about this match tonight because it was absolutely shocking. I want to know what people think. I really do. Thank you to all the new subscribers. It means the world to us. Please don't forget to hit that like button once you've watched the video if you do enjoy it. The likes help me build up the channel, so thank you very much to those that do. But if you do watch it, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. It's great to have you on board. Lots of football on this channel, not just Newcastle United. But I'll be out with my preview of the Fulham game. I'll do that tomorrow, and once I've calmed down a bit. Because if I do it now, it's pointless because I won't have my head screwed on the right place anyway to do a preview of that game. But I'm gutted. I'm genuinely gutted after watching that. And I'm sure every Newcastle United fan is. It's absolutely gutting, man, when we play like that and we lose in that way. Bollocks. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video, guys. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. But in the meantime, try and recover from tonight. Take care.
Be strong.